What up, folks? I'm Ultrazilla, and today I have a review of the NECA Rambo. It is the arcade version of a Rambo. That's right, my zillions. It is a backlog review. It indeed came from the backlog, and I do remember this game. And boy, oh boy, this is an oldie here. I don't know how old this Rambo figure is, but they were doing these arcade figures quite a while ago. An old friend of mine, gave me this one day when we were out at a con. He had it in his trunk of his car. He's like, "You want this?" I was like, sure. Why not? And it just got tossed in my backlog. But this is like the perfect case of getting stuff out of the backlog, reviewing it, and putting it on eBay. So without any further ado, let's just get to the review. Alright, so let's just quickly take a look at all of the accessories. It comes with 4 extra hands. He has his knife, he has a grenade, everything is like taped in here, so I don't want to take it out. He's got his bow with his arrows, and he's got his missile launcher. They all are done in appropriately gaudy colors. But yeah, I don't feel like I need to take this out. I might take out the knife for my thumbnail, but otherwise, and I guess one of these holding hands. Although I think I could fit it in one of his hands. Otherwise, yeah, I don't need to take all of these out, you know what I'm saying? And here's a Rambo out of the package. You might be saying to yourself, Ultrazilla, like, why do you bother with these reviews? Just toss them on eBay, the stuff that you don't want anymore, right? Well, I mean, like, I feel an obligation, if they're still in the box, if they're in my backlog, to open it at least once and give it a check. I don't think I've ever opened this figure at all. So, like, I owe it to the figure and where it came from and, you know, why I acquired it, you know, or how I acquired it, to give it a shake in front of the camera, and just for myself, just to see how the figure was. Was it cool? Was it not cool? Like, I value these things and content, you know, like, these reviews are good to do. Like, I like putting it in there, and it just gets another name and stuff into the search engine. So, I mean, it's all valuable in my head, you know. Articulation, the head moves sort of okay. The body is tight. The waist, I don't even know if the waist is supposed to move, but the upper body moves. Then you got a hinge swivel that's barely moving on that shoulder. This shoulder moves a little bit better. This is from the era of, like, NECA's figures being, like, very easy to break. I don't think there's a bicep swivel. It doesn't look like it. There is an elbow bend, and you can swivel that. There is a hinge here, and a swivel at the wrist. The legs, oh god, I am not breaking this figure right now. It can move about that much. Goes forward. This is a soft plastic. Goes back. It does have a little rotation. The knee moves about that much. Swivel at the ankle there. Hinge. I think it moves, yeah. Boot cut within there, which is actually pretty cool. It's actually inside the pants. So, yeah, that's the articulation on Sir Rambo. And taking a look at this guy in full, his eyes are actually pretty good, like his face, from certain angles. But then in certain angles, not so good. I don't know. Like, he's a weird guy, Stallone, especially at this time. But, I don't know. It's okay. Like I said, it's not the worst thing. It's not the best thing, but the paint is interesting. I like the paint. All over, this guy has an interesting paint scheme. You know what I'm saying? These, like, video game ones were pretty cool. You know, I love the Godzilla one. Like, I love it. Like, you know, you saw me recently talk about, you know, the 54 repainted one, although that one's a little bit different. But the original video game one with the, like, 84 is pretty awesome. Love that figure. Anyway, you get orange and yellows on his pants with a lot of black lines. I think they look pretty good. The shoes are pretty good, his boots. Sculpt work is alright. He's got a knife holder on this side. It's done in that yellow and orange motif. His belt is done in black. It's a little not painted so well around the belt buckle. Then the skin tone is pretty interesting. Got like multiple tones in there. Like yellows, like kind of like beigeish yellows, beige, browns. Lots of black on the side, for shading. Here's his back. It's pretty interesting. His hair's got some bluish, like purple in it over the black. Bandana is underneath here, which is pretty good. I dig that. The colors are okay. I mean, you see some veinage in his arms. His chest looks alright. It's an okay figure. It's not great. NECA's gotten like way better, since this time period. The proportions they're okay. They're okay. I don't know. It's interesting. It's not great, but it's fine. And for size comparison, here is Rambo with some other figures you might have in your collection. And my final thoughts, well, it's a figure I can say I reviewed. I reviewed a Rambo figure from NECA from God knows when. But it was in my backlog, and it looked like a perfect candidate to toss on my eBay shop. So, yeah. For those purposes, mission accomplished, and that's kind of like par for the course with a lot of these backlog reviews right now. Though there is a bunch, to be honest, that I'm keeping, obviously, like, it's just one of those things where it's serving, like, multiple purposes right now for, in doing the backlog. So, yeah. Hope you're enjoying them because plenty more to come. But this was an interesting one. It's not a great figure, but it's definitely interesting to take a look at and see where NECA was compared to where they are now. I mean, like, those NECA turtles I reviewed recently were just, like, incredible. And I just couldn't get to them right now for the size comparisons, but that's where NECA is. Even, like, Papa Dinosaur there in the size comparisons from NECA is just, like, leagues above this. So, yeah, not a great time for NECA around this time, but it is what it is. There you go. It was a figure review that I did. And I hope you dug it. Let me know your thoughts down below. And if you're new to the channel, why don't you go ahead and sub yourself for daily content. Let me help you diversify your collection. Till next time, peace out, peeps.